So I am the founder of OPC Organic Playing Cards. Um, and yeah, I've been doing cardistry seriously for about a year and a half now. So I actually started OPC before getting into cardistry as like an actual hobby. I started off doing magic in high school, so I did perform magic professionally in high school. Um, but yeah, that's really what I've been up to. Recently graduated university over here in the States with a film degree, and yeah, we're hanging out. We're doing OPC stuff, organic playing card stuff, and looking for jobs.
Great. Okay, I am in a Hangout group, in an OPC Hangout group, in the
Oh, that's
Dutch one. Why have you created and why do you came up with the idea of creating that Hangout groups?
so the hangout groups are really awesome. For those of you that are watching that might not know what they are, it's kind of like a book club. So, but it's based around cardistry, magic, and we just added a group for card collectors. So what this is, you call on Zoom or any other video talking app, and you guys talk about magic, cardistry, card collecting once a week, and it's not a super big commitment. If you want to sign up for that, go to organicplayingcards.com. But my original idea behind that actually came from was actually about a year ago, and it was right when the pandemic at least hit here in the States, and I hopped on an Instagram live for an hour and was trying to create a cardistry move, and people in the chat were trying to help me figure it out. And one guy was like, "Hey, can you just have a Zoom call? Because I can't like type out how to explain what I want you to do." So I said, "Yeah, like let's start a Zoom call." And like 40 people hopped in the Zoom call, and we hung out for like 4 hours and talked about cardistry, cards. And I was like, "Man, this is really nice, especially because cardistry and magicians are very spread out across the world." And I thought that like, this should be a thing that happens more often, especially when we're not all together. So came from. And yeah, those have been a thing for a year, which is pretty crazy. So
Great. So do you have a Discord where it's kind of like a very big Hangout group?
yeah, yeah. The Discord, the Organic Playing Cards Discord is really awesome. It's a cool place for people to hang out. People jam on there all the time for cardistry or magic. It's a good place to just talk about cards. It's a good place to keep up on everything organic playing cards as well. We always try to post in there when we're, releasing a deck or when the new trailer drops, we post about it in there. So it's good to just help keep up to date on everything organic. We also have a lot of other really fun channels. Like we have a gaming channel. So if you like to play Among Us or any other games, I hop on there all the time. We play a bunch of different games. And yeah, we also have channels for other cool stuff, just like random facts. I think somebody started a random facts channel, which is really funny. So yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff in there.
Okay, now let's talk about the cards. How do you came up with the idea? Why have you created your own deck of cards?
So this is the kind of a longer story, but I mean, being a card magician, I grew up in the era of like Daniel Madison. And so the dream for everyone is to make your own deck of cards. I feel like that's the dream. Everyone's dream is to make your own deck of cards. And I was on the speech team at my college that I attended, and I heard a speech about how the Cavendish banana was going extinct. And I was like, what? Like, what? I didn't know about this. And pretty much what it was, this fungus goes after the bananas, and scientists genetically engineer the bananas to then resist the fungus, but then the fungus mutates, and like it's just back and forth. And I was like, man, that's crazy. Like I should make a deck to like make people aware that like this is even a thing. So instantly the just mirrored, super simplistic, peeled banana back design came into my head, um, and that's kind of where it all started. I ended up getting a designer to design the banana, which took forever, and then Nate Lex, who is not with Organic Playing Cards anymore, but I went to college with him. I asked him, if he could help me figure out how to, make the deck a reality in terms of, ordering prototypes and He helped me outline the banana because we wanted it outlined. And yeah, next thing you knew, we were just posting on Instagram with some prototypes of some banana cards. And we gained like 1,000 followers in like a month, and people were asking where they could buy it. So we reached out to Kevin Yu from Riffle Shuffle to help us promote. And he was like, hey guys, like, are you guys going to do Kickstarter? Are you going to print the deck? And we said, we're probably going to do a Kickstarter because, we're college students in the US and we're in a lot of student debt. And Kevin was like, what if I just paid the money for you to print them and we sold them on Riffle Shuffle? And like blew our minds, right? Next thing you know, peelers are printed, it's real, and then we sell them in a week on Riffle Shuffle. And Kevin reaches out and says, hey guys, that was awesome. Like, what's the next deck? And we're like, what? Like, we get to do this again? What do you mean we get to do this again? So that's when I came up with the idea of calling this organic playing cards, because then it gave us the range to do whatever we wanted in terms of fruits and eventually vegetables, eventually food. So that's kind of where the whole organic came about. And yeah, I hope that answered the question.
Okay. And the next question is like about now you have a very big branch of playing cards, and why do you still releasing the cards like by Riffle Shuffle and not through your own website?
Right. So we always want to do our pre-release through Riffle Shuffle, and I think it's just it's easier because like a lot of the Riffle Shuffle base is the OPC base as well. We have a lot of the same following. It's also just to kind of like pay respects to Kevin, because Kevin is a part of Organic Playing Cards. So Kevin is very much behind the scenes, like helping produce things. So it's just it's easier, and it's honestly just kind of like giving back to him for being like, hey, thank you for helping us start out. We do have our own website though, organicplayingcards.com. If we ever don't sell out in the early bird special, which is supposed to last for 3 days, but our community is just so insane that we end up selling out in a day. If we ever don't sell out in 3 days, then a week will go by, and then we'll do like the actual launch where things aren't discounted, and that's when we would post them up on our site. So we're in this very weird spot where like it's an awesome spot to be in, but that the cards just keep selling out. So like we never get to post them on our site because they always sell out on Riffle Shuffle. So yeah.
And can you tell us now something about a next deck you're planning, like a little spoiler?
Spoiler for the next deck. It's so hard too with like being in the position, because we already have one deck printing. We have two other decks we're submitting to get printed. So we're already designing like a deck that's going to be 7 months away. Which, if you want to learn anything about like how to make your own deck of cards, I did a YouTube video on that on the Organic Playing Cards YouTube. But actually, technically, the next deck is going to be the exotic deck, because people have their full passports that they've been around since Carvers. Which, if you're interested in the passport program, go check it out. But I can give you a little nugget of information on those, and it's that we are using foil. So that's going to be our first foil deck, is going to be the exotic deck. So it's going to be our first deck that has foil on
it. Okay, now I've posted an Instagram story where people could ask you some questions.
Okay, yeah.
I'll read some of them for you. What company do you use for printing the cards, and why?
We always go through the United States Playing Card Company, and I think that that's just because their premium B stock is just really awesome. It's the best stock in my opinion for playing cards, especially for cardistry, which they just were bought by Cardamundi. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with USPCC. It doesn't seem like they're going to like do anything crazy. But yeah, that's why we put it through USBCC, is that their stock quality and their finished quality is really nice.
Okay. The next question, I'll read it. It's, I have the full passport. How can I get the exotic deck for free?
Yes. Okay. So I will actually be making a video on this very, very soon to post on the Organic Instagram and YouTube. We're setting up a system that hopefully will be very easy. Actually, let me grab. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. I have a passport that is full. Oh, it's literally right here. Yes. So I have, again, the full passport. So actually right here is an address. So all you have to do is put this in an envelope, stamp it, and send the passport to this address. And you can, I think you'll also have to fill something out online on Riffle Shuffle. But again, like I said, we're going to be making a video when that's all set up, which will give you all the instructions you need. So just stay up to date on our Instagram and on our YouTube, and you'll see that very soon.
Okay. Next question. The last deck you released, was a black blueberry deck, and it had like an alien theme. Why would you like aliens with blueberries?
Oh, okay. Why would I link aliens with blueberries? So, honestly, I really like having a story when it comes to each of our decks. And the hard part is that with fruit, like you can go to the store and have it be like, oh my gosh, I'm in the store buying Snackers one time, you know? Uh, I really like having a story with each one of our decks. I don't just like being like, hey guys, it's a new deck, like go buy it. I really like to tell a story because I feel like 2 or 3 years down the road, when you pick this card up, like deck of cards up again, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, remember like the Alien trailer where like something landed outside Cam's apartment and like they, it was like this big thing and aliens were here. I came up with the idea just because I was wanting to shoot photos with blue light, and blue light just made me think of Alien. Like we haven't done an Alien themed deck in a while. Like we've not done anything like that. So let's, incorporate that into the trailer and like make that a story. And I think a lot of people like that. Kind of like the Indiana Jones with the gold peelers, if you were around for that. That had a very like Indiana Jones, like secret buried treasure, city of gold theme. So I think that those stories just make the brand a lot easier to connect with.
Okay. Another question is, you had the Snackers deck with a different, not mirror design. I think here's first about the Shackers, not Snackers, but with like not, I don't know how to spell it in English, but like the design didn't have the mirrors through it.
Yep, it was different. Yeah.
There will be some more decks with different design.
I think so, yes. So I think with the Snackers Blueberry, we wanted to go back to our original like mirrored design, just because we wanted to kind of like reel people back in. Shuckers was kind of a big shock to everybody, because it was very different. But I do want to push the envelope and like continue to try different new things. We'll never get rid of this. Like we will continue to do this, in future decks. We just will have some decks that are a little bit different, to expand upon the ideas that we have. And like, I think we owe it to the community to try to make something cool and different every once in a while, instead of just like continuing to do the same thing on the backs. Because I mean, the backs are on every single card. So, yeah.
Okay, so there's no more questions now. Thanks, Cameron, for doing the interview. I don't know if you have something to tell people who is watching this. You have something to say?
Yeah, if you're watching this, the card community is super awesome. I really, really love, especially just speaking on behalf of the OPC card community. We're super welcoming, super open to anybody that is new to the hobby. and being new to the like playing card hobbies can be very intimidating. But if you find the right group of people that can help you through it and help you like just be more passionate about cards in general, I think the OPC community is that community. Um, so yeah, if you're watching this and you're new to the card community, welcome, and like please join our community. We would love to invite you in. Yeah, I think overall the card community is a very positive, encouraging place. So yeah, it's super awesome to be a part of. And if you're not new and you're here hanging out, yeah, come join the OPC community.
Okay, so thank you.